Hey guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Eachine TX526 video transmitter, and this is pretty similar to the one that I reviewed last week, the Eachine ET526, and so I'll kind of go over some of the similarities and the differences between these two. For one, the ET526 is SMA and the TX526 is RPSMA, so the antennas are going to be different. And as you can see here, the antenna on the TX526 is centered versus on the Eachine ET526 is off to the left. And as well, the ET526 has a microphone and the TX526 does not, as far as I can tell. And you can see here I have it powered on right now. Currently, it's actually powered on but not transmitting, and I'll explain that a little bit later. On the ET526 here, you got a bunch of LEDs to indicate your channels and bands and 2 buttons, but you only got 1 button over here for the TX526. The power that comes into this TX526 is 7 to 24 volts, but it does not supply power to the camera like the ET526. These two numbers are too similar. The names are so similar, I'm getting confused already. Whereas this one, the ET526, does supply power to the camera with its connector. This one does not, so you have to get power from your PDB for your camera if you use this particular model. The use of the button here and the LED is it's kind of confusing and at the same time also simple. I'll go over the function of this here in a moment. Let's see here. They're about the same size and about the same weight. The connector comes out of the bottom on the TX526. Let's see here. About the same height. Okay, so yeah, they're pretty similar in size. The TX526 is a little bit narrower. So like the ET526, this TX526 has 40 channels and is also power switchable from 25, 200, and 600 milliwatts. I really like that. You have to buy 3 different video transmitters for different situations. Right now you see a 0 here on the LED, this nice blue LED, and that means that it's powered on, so it's functional, but it's not transmitting any video. So I'm going to pull up my FPV monitor here and I'll show you that it is not transmitting. Okay, I have it tuned to Fat Shark 7 or Immersion Band D channel 7, and that's what this is tuned to right now. So the 0 indicates it's powered on but not transmitting. If you press the button once, it'll switch through the different channels. So it's went from 7 to 8, but you can see that there's nothing going on with the screen behind me. So I'll go back to channel 7. What you have to do is you have to hold the button down, and it'll go from the channel selection to the band selection to the power selection. And you'll see that it'll start flashing the little letter A, and which one you can then let go and then change your bands if you want to. But if you want to change your power, you have to keep holding the button down until you see like a little dash here. So I'll point to that when it shows up. So I'm going to hold down the button. There's the letter F. That's the band I'm on right now. There you go. That's the 0. Let it go. Now I can choose my power, and you see now it's on. There's no camera selected or connected to this, so there's no video actually being transmitted. But I'm sorry, there's no actual video transmitted from the camera, but that's a blank screen here because video is being transmitted from the video transmitter. So you can see that it is being transmitted, and you can see that there's one dash here. That means it's on 25 milliwatts. So if you want to select 200 or 600, you have to go back into that and hold down the button until that starts flashing there. Then if you press the button again, you get 2 dashes, and now we're transmitting at 200 milliwatts. And if you hold it, press it one more time, you get 3. That's 600 milliwatts. And if you press it again, it'll turn it off, and you see that now I'm not getting any video at all. I'll go ahead and I'll turn this back on. Let's change your bands. So there's race band A, B, E, F, and race band. So go back to F. There we go. So we'll turn on, and I believe at this point it will cycle through all the settings that you have selected. There we go. Channel 7, band F, 25 milliwatts. There we go. You can see that now we're actually transmitting. And if I just click the button once, it changes my channel. So obviously you can get static here, and more static because I'm on channel 1 now. Go back to channel 7. There we go. Got our blank screen. So yeah, this pretty simple and actually pretty easy to use, and I like the fact that you can change your everything with just one button, and you get a nice little LED display there. Although this little LED display is rather bulky compared to the other one here, the ET526, but it's probably nitpicking there quite a bit. The nice thing also about this one, the TX526, is that when you power off this guy, it'll remember that you left it on, so that when you plug in your battery again, it will be powered on. So that's kind of nice, because this one, the ET526, you power it off, it actually doesn't remember that it was on previously, and you have to actually double press this button to turn it on, which is a little bit annoying. But you know, if you're at a race and you plug in your battery inadvertently, you probably want this to be off. You don't want to be knocking people out of the sky. So in that case, you'll have to remember to shut down your video transmitter before you unplug. Otherwise, it'll remember that you left it on. So let me demonstrate that here. So we're back on 7. I'm going to unplug my battery. There you go, it's off. I'll plug it back in. And you can see now we're transmitting here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll change the power all the way to 0 instead of 25 milliwatts. The antenna is hot. Alright. Now we're actually off. And if I unplug our battery and plug it back in again, it remembers that it was at 0 and it was off, so that if you're at a race and you have to remember to turn this guy off, so the next time you plug in your flight battery, you're not transmitting and knocking people out of the sky. So that's a different way of approach to the way that it handles power here. Some people were complaining that they didn't like the fact that this was always remembering to be off. And some, you know, the thing is, the trade-off is then you have to remember to turn off this one if you are, you know, don't want this to be on when you plug in your flight battery. So it's kind of a, you know, which one do you like better? Anyway, guys, just a quick look at this nice little video transmitter from Eachine. I like the fact that they got 2 different models and sort of similar features. I like the fact that it's power switchable, and the fact that you can sort of pick and choose, you know, which one you want to go with. The 2-button, 1-button LED display or LED lights. Hope this little video helps you guys out in determining which one you guys want to get. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.